So let's talk about digital tokens. It can feel like a total maze, right? You've got Bitcoin over here, NFTs over there, but what really separates them? Well, today we're going to cut right through all that confusion. It turns out there's one simple idea that splits the entire digital universe in two. So here's the game plan. We'll start with the two big digital worlds. Then we'll get into fungible tokens, and after that, we'll tackle their one-of-a-kind cousins, NFTs. From there, we'll peek under the hood at the tech that makes it all work, and we'll finish up by asking what this all means for the future of, well, owning stuff.
All right, let's jump right in. The whole thing, and I mean everything from digital cash to super fancy digital art, it all boils down to one simple idea: interchangeability. That's it. Is something totally unique, or can you swap it for another one just like it?
Okay, think about it like this. A dollar bill is what we call fungible. If you give me a dollar and I give you a different dollar bill, who cares, right? We both still have a dollar. They're totally interchangeable. But what about something like the Mona Lisa? That's non-fungible. There's only one. You can't just swap it for another one because another one doesn't exist. And believe it or not, that exact same idea is what splits the whole world of digital tokens apart. So let's start with that first world, the one that's all about interchangeable value. This is the side of things that works just like that dollar bill we were talking about. Okay, so here's the key takeaway. A fungible token, or FT, is a digital asset where every single one is exactly the same as the next. I mean, think about it. One Bitcoin is, well, one Bitcoin. It's worth the exact same as any other Bitcoin. There is absolutely zero difference, no uniqueness at all. And you've definitely heard of these, even if you didn't know the term. You've got your big name cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're basically digital cash. Then there are stablecoins, which are designed to be, well, stable. They're usually tied to something like the US dollar to keep their value from bouncing all over the place. And you've also got utility tokens. Think of these like a key or a pass that lets you use a specific service on a blockchain.
All right, now let's cross over to the other side. This is where things get really interesting, because we're going to talk about what happens when you introduce the idea of uniqueness. Welcome to the world of non-fungible tokens. Yep, NFTs.
So, an NFT is the complete opposite of what we just talked about. Every single one is a unique digital asset. It has its own special ID code, its own data. It's totally 100% one of a kind. It's not really a coin, it's more like a digital certificate of authenticity or a passport for one specific thing. And the key is no two are ever the same. And what can be an NFT? Well, just about anything unique. We're talking digital art and collectibles, which is what most people think of. But it goes so much further. You could have an NFT that represents ownership of a piece of real estate, or even a rare bottle of wine. It can be your digital identity, your property rights, the rights to a song you wrote, even that rare sword you found in a video game. You know, it feels like NFTs just burst onto the scene, but they've actually been kicking around for a bit. The first one ever, a piece called Quantum, was made way back in 2014. Then in 2017, a game called CryptoKitties, where you could collect unique digital cats, kind of brought them into the mainstream. But the real explosion, that happened in 2021, when an artist named Beeple sold an NFT for a price that just blew everyone's mind. Yeah, get ready for this number. $69 million for one piece of digital art. That sale wasn't just a record breaker, it was a game changer. It basically screamed to the entire world that NFTs were a serious thing and that owning something digitally could be incredibly valuable. Okay, so we've got these two totally different worlds, right? One is all about sameness, the other is all about uniqueness. So, what's the connection? What's the engine running under the hood for both of them? The answer is blockchain technology. It turns out both FTs and NFTs are built on the exact same foundation, a blockchain. You can think of a blockchain as a super secure public record book that can't be tampered with. And the rules for these tokens, like how they're made or sold, are handled automatically by little programs called smart contracts. And here's where it gets really clever. The tech itself is what defines whether a token is one or the other. It's all about the blueprint they use. For example, there's a standard called ERC20. That's the blueprint for making interchangeable fungible tokens. But if you want to make a unique, one-of-a-kind NFT, you use a different blueprint called ERC721. It's like having different instruction manuals for different projects. So when you create a brand new NFT, the process is called minting. It's pretty straightforward, really. A new block or page is added to the blockchain ledger. All the info about your unique asset gets checked, encrypted, and locked into that block. And once that block is sealed, boom, the NFT and who owns it are permanently recorded for everyone to see. It's set in stone, digitally.
Okay, this tech is cool, for sure. But so what? Why should you care? Beyond crazy art sales and digital money, what's the real impact of all this? What does it actually change for us in the real world?
Well, the potential is huge. We're talking about making markets way more efficient by cutting out the middleman. Think about this: fractional ownership. It means a bunch of people could all own a tiny piece of something super valuable, like an apartment building or a priceless piece of art. Plus, it gives us rock solid, tamper proof security for proving who owns what. And that makes it way, way harder to create fakes or forgeries. And that's really the main point here. This isn't just about digital collectibles. It's about rebuilding some of our most fundamental systems from the ground up. We're talking about a complete reinvention of our infrastructure for a more direct, secure, and open way to handle value. So, I want to leave you with this question to think about. As our physical and digital lives keep merging, and more of our stuff, our houses, our cars, our art, is represented by a token, what does it even mean to own something anymore? The whole concept is changing, and this technology is driving that change. Thank you for watching. If you got something from this, please like the video and support the channel by clicking on the subscribe button. That really helps us. Thanks again.